EA Sports coverage of the National Football League takes us to Foxborough, Massachusetts, where the keeper of the light sounds the fog bell to signal that it is indeed time for football inside Gillette Stadium. Tonight, we wrap up a great Sunday here in Super Wild Card Weekend, as it'll be the Jacksonville Jaguars taking on the New England Patriots. The third of 3 games to finish up this Sunday. We might save the best for last. And off we go here in the wild card round. And this one definitely not in the landing zone. In fact, it's over the back line of the end zone. So this ball will come out to the 30 now. So here's the first drive now for the Jags. And they'll be led out by their third-year quarterback.
Let's face it, it doesn't matter if you're a rookie free agent or a 15-year vet. Guiding a team to victory on the road in the playoffs, that's no small feat. And it's going to be really important for him to play mistake-free football. But equally important, create some big plays as well to give his team confidence that they can win.
And the Jaguars, first down. Let's go. First and 10.
On first down, right back to ETN. And he'll take it across the 50 and into New England territory. Milton Williams there on the tackle. But Charles, you think about their impressive record, and then you look on the screen and see some of these injuries. That makes what they've done all that more impressive.
And when one of their starters or one of their key guys can't play, they miss him, but they just say, get well, we'll hold the fort.
The Pats are going to get there. Down he goes. Robert Spillane leading the surge there as he drops him for a loss of 6.
Now how about that? Defensive coordinator perfectly in sync, dials up a blitz, and the man in the middle, he's the one who gets home.
Big Mike.
Big Mike.
Now on third and long, they'll look to throw. Under pressure, they got him again. Multiple players getting home there for an 8-yard loss. They'll make that a second sack here on their first drive out defensively, and not to get ahead of ourselves, but they're on pace for double-digit sacks at this point.
Well, they're going to have to find a way to tamp that down, aren't they? So if you're the play caller, you're telling your quarterback maybe some screens, maybe some draws, hard count, use your voice inflection a little bit, anything to try and slow that pressure down.
So on fourth down, here's Logan Cook to punt for Jacksonville. Back deep for New England is Marcus Jones. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. It's another 40 there, a punt of 48 and a return of 8. And the Patriots take over. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. And they will be led out by their second-year quarterback.
And he comes into this wild card round off of a really good regular season, better than 30 touchdown passes. And he said he feels like he can take some shots against the secondary. In fact, in our meeting, he said not only can he take shots, he expects to do it early.
They'll run it. Here's the rookie from Ohio State. And he gets forward up the middle, but only for a couple. It'll be second down. From the 24 now. Here's second down and 7.
Brings up second and 7.
They run once more with Henderson. They'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31.
He's brought down at the 31.
So much of the game today, we're looking for hybrid players, guys who can do a combination of jobs. And anyone who plays a strong safety position, now more than ever, is a hybrid-type player. Half defensive back that covers passes and half linebacker that makes tackles. We just saw the linebacker make that play.
Call it no gain there, and it leads to a fourth down.
It's fourth down.
Strong start by this defense. Third and short, they go with a run. Stonewalled for no gain.
I played for a guy who always talked about setting tones and meeting force with force. That felt like it on that play, didn't it? And they met it in a big way and won. What a great job by the defense.
So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the Jags take over in terrific field position. So time to see Jacksonville again on offense for the second time here in this game. They were forced to punt last time, and I doubt sincerely that they'll have to punt here because they're gifted with terrific field position.
I don't even want to think about the idea that they would end up punting starting with this type of field position. Neither do they. Great starting spot, great opportunity to run your full playbook. If they want to take a shot here, they can go ahead and do it.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Stuck for a loss by Christian Barmore.
Well, you had to punt on your first drive, and on the first play of the second drive, you end up going backwards. I would dare say they need something good to happen right here, right now.
Here's Thompson Robinson looking to throw it. Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 38. Harold Landry just would not be denied. That's a loss of 7. And that is the third sack this offensive line has allowed this first quarter.
Man, that puts him on pace. Let me do the rudimentary math here. To be sacked 12 times in a game, I know he's not going to go for that. I wonder if it's going to reshape what they decide to do on offense in terms of play.
Well, I can tell you what, when he popped up, shaking his head, frustrated right now behind center. A real letdown defensively. That was third and a bundle, but they allow the conversion.
First down. It's a gain of 23 yards. And a Jaguar first down.
Third and long always tilts to the defense. And I just remember as a player how many times it was hammered into my head. Know where the sticks are and get him down in front of it. But sometimes what happens is you worry about what that is much more than the person who has the ball. And on that play, they didn't have enough focus on him. And somehow he turned a short pass into a first down.
Second and 6.
Straight ahead, ETN. And running room hard to come by here. He gets it down to the 8. 2 yards the gain there, and now they're left with a third and about 4 for a first. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down.
Come on. Hey, back up.
To throw is DTR. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. Touchdown, Jaguars. Brian Thomas from 8 yards out. And the Jaguars will strike first here, this wild card matchup. Extra point attempt to follow here. And this is up and good. The score now 7-0 Jaguars.
Jaguars 7.
That time a 6-play drive. And it culminates in a Jags touchdown. After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. And able to get this out to the 25. So back onto the field come the Pats for their second drive.
Charles, we know that this offense is aggressive. We saw that last drive. They went for it on fourth down, didn't get it. Then they give up the touchdown. So now you feel like they really need to respond here.
They certainly do, but let's face it. Sometimes when you take that risk, you understand if you fail, a little more onus goes back on your ball club to try and pick themselves back up.
Off the play fake. Here's May. He's going to look downfield for Henry. And that's caught inside the 30. Big play there for New England. 49 yards.
I'm pretty sure any quarterback will tell you it's nice to have a tight end that can stretch the field. And how about him right there, working in the heart of the defense, and they connect on a very nice play downfield, a combination of talent and toughness to go into the briar patch.
So in Jacksonville territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 26-yard line. May going to give it to Henderson. And the big boys up front, they're going to stop him right at the line.
He was taken down behind
What a difference a play makes. A huge step forward and now a small step back as he loses a yard or two. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Start of the second quarter from Foxborough. It's the homestanding Patriots with the football as they've got it 2nd down and 11. And they go play action with May. He's going to hook up with Diggs. And they'll get this down to the 10. His first catch of this wild card game, and it's good for a first down.
Boy, how about the speed with which this offense can get down the field? It's taken them no time at all to get down here. And now they're set up with a 1st and goal.
They'll throw with May. Now the pressure gets there, and he goes down just inside the 20 at the 19. Eric Armstead coming right up the gut, gets in there for a loss of 9.
Well, there's still time to rectify this situation because the silver lining, they took a sack on 1st and goal. But that close to the goal line, that still definitely hurts.
First down, a bit of a disaster, and now on 2nd and goal, back even further. They go play action now. May. Now a run here off the end. And he's in. Touchdown, Patriots. From 19 yards away. And the Patriots are an extra point away from evening this one up. Well executed there offensively. Defense looked a little confused, but he found his receiver, and that one good for 6 points.
And the payoff we just saw there tells us how many times they ran this play in practice over the past few weeks because they executed that flawlessly right here on game day when the situation arose.
Now Andres Borregales for the extra point. It's up and good, and we're tied at 7 here in quarter number 2. So that drive spanned 5 plays, and it ends with a New England touchdown. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And this one definitely not in the landing zone. In fact, it's over the back line. So this is going to come out to the 35. And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated, they both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
2nd and 10.
18 Cardinal, 18 cut.
Thompson Robinson throwing here. And he goes down. It's a Patriot sack. Well, hang on here a second. Looks like a Jaguar in some obvious discomfort from that last play. We'll get a report when we return to Foxborough. The Jaguars on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This will be a tough 3rd and 18. They'll bring the tight end in motion right here. On 3rd down, here's Etienne. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. It'll be a gain of 5, and the punt team will now come out on 4th down.
Well, the guys who are paid to make the tackles deserve some kudos there, but I think they deserve even bigger ones because in that situation, they had to be thinking pass. loosened up defense, go into pass coverage. Instead, maybe they surprised him a little bit running the ball, yet they rallied to it and stopped him well short of a first down.
A special teams mistake there, no doubt. Just 26 yards officially on the punt.
And they will take over 1st and 10.
New England trying to get a place on offense.
The last time out, they had to march almost the full length of the field for their touchdown. So here, much easier, Charles, with this better starting field position.
I love your sarcasm, but I love even more your observation because, look, what they did last time out, now with a shorter field, they should have a lot of confidence that they're going to put more points up on the board.
And his throw is going to be incomplete.
Whenever I see a drop like that, I have to kind of take a step back and check myself a little bit. So used to seeing those big guys make big-time spectacular plays that when they drop one, I have to remind myself, we ask a lot out of these guys. Block and catch the football, not easily done in today's NFL.
It's complete to Diggs. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be 3rd and less than a yard.
A nice grab there for a guy coming off a terrific season, one that saw him have over 100 catches.
And when you have that many catches, that means you're a full part of the offense. And let's face it, he's been as good as anyone in the NFL this year. So it figures he's going to play a big role in whether his team can advance in the playoffs.
And he will have a Patriots first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
I always appreciate runners who understand situations. That was just 3rd and inches. No reason to dance around in the backfield and try and break off a bigger play. Just go pick up the first down, and that's exactly what he did.
And he's going to be swallowed up. Sacked back at the 45-yard line. Trayvon Walker just would not be denied. That's a loss of 7. Play action. May. Now he's going to step up and run. Going deep for Diggs. And that is incomplete.
That's some good closing speed there defensively because that looked open for a minute. But that's great work with the ball in the air. Never gave up. Converged on his man and broke the play up.
On play action. May. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
One first down here, and that's all, folks. Good work by this defense to hold things in check and force a punting situation.
So on 4th down, here's Bryce Behringer on to punt for the Patriots.
And this is a beauty as that ball's going to angle out at the 6-yard line. Out comes the Jacksonville offense as they get set to take over here. The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy?
2nd and 5.
Hunter now will go in motion left.
Now they show jet sweep, but instead a run up the middle here.
Just a couple on the pickup there, and now it's 3rd down.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up. On 4th down, on is Logan Cook to punt. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. We'll call that a 49-yard punt, but a net of just 39 following the 10-yard return. And out will come the offense as they take over. looking to put a drive together. To the air, May. He's going to take a shot right away for the end zone. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. 1:57 to go in this first half on EA Sports. Here's 2nd and 10. From the gun, it's May. He'll let this go for the end zone. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
There is something to a game plan with trying to keep a defense honest. And with a guy with that type of speed, you do so. Send him deep. Try and throw some air under it and hope you connect downfield. On that play, they were unsuccessful.
He's got his target. That's complete. And he will have a Patriots first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And the Patriots first down. 1st and 10.
Oh, that was a pretty route right there because it's all about finding a window on a route like that. He lined up on his left, ran the deep in route over the middle, and the ball was right where it needed to be. Really good trust between quarterback and receiver. Really good completion.
Here's May. Completes it to Douglas. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Now the Patriots going to use one of their timeouts as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down. Looking to throw. May. Got a man. Boutte. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down.
Just picking up yardage in bunches here these last few plays. They have moved right down the field. And just like that, they're going to be set up with a 1st and goal.
From the shotgun, it's May. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Patriot touchdown. Hunter Henry, a 9-yard touchdown grab. And the Patriots have taken the lead.
As a general rule, quarterbacks don't want to lock in on a receiver before the ball is snapped. But in this case, based on the matchup he thought he was going to get, it was favorable for his tight end. He locked in on him early and found him for a touchdown.
Borregales now for the extra point. He's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game. A drive that time of 6 plays. And it's finished off by a Pats touchdown. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. Here comes the Jaguars offense as they get set here.
And Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, and this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
Now the Jags will use the second of their timeouts, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. And that's caught inside the 30. before. He's inside the 30. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10.
Well, this one almost intercepted. Had a chance to come down with it in the end zone, but could not hang on.
And the slot man goes in motion left. Throwing. Thompson Robinson. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Thomas. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Patriots' 15-yard line.
And once more, it's Thompson Robinson. They'll try and set up the screen to ETN.
And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about.
Holding offense.
So erase the red zone score. They'll have to dial that one up again.
And you know how difficult it is to strike in the red zone because things are a little bit more condensed. You got to go back to their play chart and see if they can dial up another one.
Thomas goes in motion left. Thompson Robinson now.
He's got Thomas yet again complete. And they'll burn the timeout with 5 seconds left. A chance to try to add 3 points before heading to the locker room.
38-yard attempt.
And his kick is good. And they'll cut the lead back down to 4 now at 14-10.
So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
The Patriots take over 1st and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
New England with a first down as they begin the drive. And they'll have time for one play. There's 2 seconds on the clock. Going deep for Diggs. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
So halftime now here on Sunday Night Primetime. Let's get it to Scott Hansen in Orlando with our halftime report.
Our journey through the NFL starts now. In Landover, the Commanders at home to take on the Seattle Seahawks. And this is Jackson Smith-Njigba. He's going to bring this one in, and away he goes. 77 yards for the touchdown. The Seahawks make a statement. They are not to be taken lightly. The number 6 seed knocks off the number 3. From there, we go to Indianapolis. We'll check in on the Colts as they host the Denver Broncos. And this is Daniel Jones on the money to Josh Downs. 18 yards, it's a touchdown. The Colts are moving on. The number 3 seed takes care of business in front of their home fans. Lastly, we go up to Lambeau Field. It's the Packers taking on the Detroit Lions. And it's Josh Jacobs. He's going to take this one in, 7 yards on the rushing touchdown. The Packers take care of business. The number 2 seed will get another home game in the divisional round. And here's a look at the current playoff bracket in the NFL playoffs. Meanwhile, in our game, it's been back and forth to this point. No reason to expect anything different in the second half. As we send you back out to Brandon and Charles.
Both teams try to avoid being one and done in these playoffs as we start the second half of this AFC wildcard game.
And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
Here comes the Patriots offensive unit. They'll have it first here to begin the third quarter.
And they're in the position they expected to be in. They've got the lead, home crowd behind them, and they're looking toward making that next step in these playoffs.
And I think a key for them is to put together some good, long, extended drives. Work the run in a little more with that big offensive line. I'm not saying get away from throwing the football. That's still working. But if they run it more effectively, they may get even bigger plays in the passing game.
And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. It's a first down, his fourth catch of the game after having 3 in the first half.
As they began this drive, I was wondering how they were going to attack since they're playing with the lead. Would they continue to try and push the ball downfield? Well, after one play, it appears that the answer is yes.
So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. To throw, it's made. Throwing into traffic there, and that's complete. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. Right back to him for 10 more and a first.
Even against double coverage, he found enough of an opening for a noticeable gain. 2 guys on him, yet he finds a way to uncover downfield for the completion.
Throwing here is May.
And that is incomplete. Well, the coverage a little too good there, and it's second down.
Well, as you can see, they're not operating at full health today, partner. That's been a big story the last couple of weeks. But the bottom line, their record is solid, and you know that this is still a very dangerous team, even with those guys missing.
What they have shown us throughout this season is that this team has stayed focused, and some injuries, they're just not going to derail the momentum they've built up all season long. They continue to go out there and play and give their best performances.
May looking to run.
Man open downfield is Diggs. He's got it.
And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. That one covers 29 yards. First down.
Another nice play there. They've gotten down into the red zone in no time at all. That's what this offense can do when they get on a roll. And now they're set up with a 1st and 10.
Now a 1st and 10 at the 11.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw.
And that is going to be incomplete as he led him a bit too much. Now a 2nd and 10.
Brings up 2nd and 10.
Back to throw again. And it's caught. Touchdown, Patriots. Stephon Diggs from 10 yards out.
And the Patriots take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead.
That seemed pretty ideal there for the offense, Charles. You take a little bit of time off the clock here in the 3rd quarter, decent length drive, and you pad your lead as well at the end of it.
And what it does is let you feel like you're in control of this game, even more so than a 2-touchdown lead, right? Because you have taken that time off, as you noted, which means they couldn't get you off the field. You ran your playbook the way you wanted to, and you gave your defense some rest. What a big-time drive in that situation.
The extra point now for Borregales.
It's good, and it's 21-10. So the drive there took 6 plays.
And it's finished off by the touchdown by Stephon Diggs.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line.
And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go.
And their deficit a little wider than it was at halftime. Does that touchdown a minute ago change the thinking here at all?
I think it does, at least a little bit, because now urgency has to start setting in. You can't go out there and go 3 and out and run the risk of falling behind substantially, but you have to do it without pressing, because pressing, that'll lead you into bigger errors.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. The catch and run there, good for 16 and a first.
First down. A gain of 16 yards. First down.
DTR going to throw it here. And Thomas has it. And he's going to be taken down. Plus, there's a penalty flag in the backfield. They may get 15 more on top of this. Well, that frustration, Charles, it's been building on the defensive side of the ball. And unfortunately there, it turns into a roughing the passer penalty.
Yeah, and they should be frustrated because he's picked them apart the entire game, but it's got to come out in a different way. You can't hit him illegal or stop him downfield the way you're supposed to.
The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be second down. Inside 4 minutes to go, third quarter. A shotgun snap to give the ETN. And he's going to get this one down to the 30.
They know that old expression, it's not my night. It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And he takes it in. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Johnny Munt, 30 yards. And the Jags are back within a score. So a strong drive here to lead off this third quarter and gets them right back in this football game.
And I think we can safely call that a statement drive because they had to be saying, we didn't put our best foot forward in the first half, but we certainly mean business now. Maybe a better term, a prove-it drive. They proved it to themselves that they were ready to go.
Jaguars will line up for the
Now they'll put a receiver in motion left. They'll get it forward to him on the touch pass. And he's not going to get in as a try from 2 comes up empty. So they will be unable to cut this to a field goal as the differential remains 5. After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. And now we move our focus to Stephon Diggs. Pretty good game for him so far. I guess he's still got time here to make this a great game, but so far he's been solid.
I like where you're going with that because it has been pretty good. But there's always that hint that things can really escalate for him. And right now, they feel like they're somewhat keeping him in check, but he has found the end zone once. But, boy, he can explode at any moment.
Yeah, and when you hit that end zone once, you want to find it again, don't you?
Yes, you do.
Oh, a first mistake for him in the ballgame as it's intercepted. It's Dylan Lane with a pick. And they will finally get him, but not until he's all the way down inside the 15-yard line.
Well, it's a cold night, and whether you're a quarterback that wears a glove on his throwing hand or not, that ball is a rock, Brandon. You've got to really drive it through the cold and the wind, or it can take off on you. And that may have been what happened there.
Out comes the Jacksonville offense as they get set to take over here. Following the interception, they're set up nicely here, already inside the red zone, knocking on the door, if you will. 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, it's ETN. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. They're looking at a 2nd and 8 now from the 10.
A gain of 2 brings up 2nd and 8 at the 10-yard line.
Bronco switch.
And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. It's an 8-yard pickup, and it leads to a 1st and goal.
Some good, strong running right there. Some power and some explosiveness just about got him into the end zone.
Ready?
At the 2-yard line.
ETN. Oh, he's going absolutely nowhere as he is hit behind the line. Yikes, a 4-yard loss really sets him back now for 2nd down.
Tackling's obviously critical down near the goal line. That was great work there to make the hit behind the line and make sure he doesn't get any further. Did a really nice job.
Touchdown! Travis Hunter, a 5-yard touchdown.
And the Jaguars have retaken a third-quarter lead. Well, that's just how they drew it up, CD. His first read was there, got it to him quickly, and into the end zone.
Absolutely excellent execution by all involved. And the coordinator, got to give him credit, found the perfect play call. The quarterback let it fly as soon as the target came free. And this guy made a nice catch. Just how you...
And he's going to be taken down. It's a sack. And they foul on the try for two. And in the third quarter here, they were trying to push that to a 3-point game, but instead it'll stay at 1.
And I'm a big proponent of not chasing points or going for two too early. But in this case, I understand why. You know, if you kick an extra point, you're just up 2, right? So field goal still puts the other team ahead. So you go for 2 here and protect the field goal lead. They didn't get it done, though.
And now out come the Patriots.
So now, Charles, this drive, maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you, and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
The play-action fake. They'll look to throw.
He's got an open man. It's Diggs on the comebacker.
And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Under a minute to go in this third quarter as they come up 1st and 10.
1st and 10 at the 37-yard line.
Off the play fake. Here's May. Another target for Stephon Diggs, and he brings it in.
Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down.
That's another Patriots first down. 1st and 10 at the 47-yard line.
And they go play action with May.
Going deep for Diggs. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
Zone coverage there, and they were playing deep. That makes it obviously a little bit harder to run by guys. And that time, it was not much of a window to get the ball in there, and it winds up incomplete.
They'll throw with May.
And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
And the throw there going to be incomplete.
I think it's safe to say that he's made some questionable decisions out there so far. Forced some throws into tight coverage. He's already been picked off in this game. 4th down now, but he was fortunate on that one not to have another turnover on his ledger.
The 3 straight incompletions, they don't care. That hasn't dissuaded them. They're going to go for it on 4th.
They'll try and throw for it with May. He'll try to do it himself. And he is caught.
He's going to be out of bounds on what's going to wind up being the final play of quarter number 3. 1 quarter remains for the right to survive round 1 here in the AFC. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Foxborough. This one's still anybody's ball game. It's a 1-point difference here as we begin the 4th quarter of play.
A new lease on life after the 4th down conversion. Here's 1st and 10.
Up the middle, here's Henderson. And he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5.
That's a strong pickup right there on 1st down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
From the 25, here's a 2nd and 4. They go play action now. May. And that one too far in front. He couldn't reel it in. It's incomplete.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
Play action. May. Looking right side, and it's intercepted. And the Jags are going to have it here at their own 9-yard line.
I'm not sure I'm absolutely crazy about that play call there. I mean, it's only a 1-score game, so is it really time to go bombs away and try try and make a big play, I think you can take some underneath stuff and still move it downfield.
And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go.
And this, a very important drive leading in the fourth quarter of this wild card game. But this one far from over as they start out here first down. They'll start on the ground. ETN. And he's able to get this one all the way past the 30. 53 yards rushing on 12 carries for him now.
And in a situation like this, you're in the second half with the lead, trying to get to the division round. They're going to let him do his thing on the ground, and that's a great run there to pick up the first down.
And that one into the hands of Brown downfield.
And he makes it all the way down to the 13-yard line. It's a big play for the Jaguars. 55 yards. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone.
Here's a fake on the jet sweep, and instead a give up the middle.
And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. Calling no gain on the play, and it'll be second down.
Second and 10 at the 13-yard line.
Thompson Robinson here from the gun.
To the right side and complete to Thomas. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead.
A 3-yard pickup.
Come on. 60 back.
Thompson Robinson now.
And down he goes. Pressure gets him back at the 14.
Anthony Jennings drops him for a 4-yard loss there, and that brings up 4th down.
This is a little hard for me to compute because I'm watching sack after sack happen, but somehow they're still behind in the game. I would expect all of this defensive pressure to translate to them taking the lead, and thus far, it hasn't happened. Time's winding down. They don't want to waste this type of performance from these ace pass rushers.
So they get the 3, but you wonder now, is that going to be enough?
Excellent question, because when I look at the smiles on that side of the field, they're a little tight, aren't they? If they had scored a touchdown there, those would be big half-moon grins right now because they feel a whole lot better about their position.
And a touchdown in the other direction, all of a sudden they're down.
And he won't quite make it to the 25.
Here's Stephon Diggs as he and the rest of the offense get ready to go again. And I know that they've double-teamed him a couple times, but not a ton. Whatever they're doing isn't working. He's up over 100 yards. We'll see how they adjust.
And when they do that, they weaken their defense in other places as well. And how many times have we done games where we've seen a guy have a big game like this, but it's usually not by himself, is it? But usually it opens it up for other people to have big games as well. That was for the lead right there. They know they're in a position where fortune favors the brave. So they took their shot, but couldn't connect.
From the 24, they'll go again on 2nd and 10.
To the air, May.
And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there.
May looking to run. He's got his target. That's complete.
And past the 40 before he's out of bounds.
18. That's good for a Patriots first down. First and 10 at the 43-yard line.
On play action, May. On the RPO, he'll keep it himself. That is incomplete.
They decided the opportunity was there and launched a deep ball, but he was unable to get away from the defender, couldn't create space, couldn't uncover at the end of the route, and that one winds up incomplete.
And the Jags get to him as down he goes.
Josh Hines-Allen
just would not be denied. That's a loss of 7. Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long.
They're going to throw. May. He'll try and do this himself. They're going to find the open man. That's complete. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 34-yard line.
And the Patriots, first down. 1st and 10 at the 34-yard line.
Well, this is where an offense needs to show what it's made of, and in fact, where a quarterback needs to show what he's made of, trying to engineer a fourth-quarter comeback, and he hits a big one right there.
May now off the bootleg. They'll find Diggs once more on the completion. And he's got a first down following a pickup of about 13 as we will take a pause here for the 2-minute warning. Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So the Patriots with a football as we get you reset. They come up on a 1st and 10, desperately needing a score here on what could be their final drive. Plenty of time. All 3 timeouts still remain. Here's 1st and 10 now. Here's May. That's caught by Diggs. And they corral him just a couple yards shy of the end zone.
They picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
Now 1st and goal. He'll look to throw. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Limited time left on the clock after that incompletion, so I think both sides are going to savor every second to prepare before the next snap. Because once the ball's in motion, it may be a non-stop push to finish this drive off. Everyone better be on the same page right now, because I think they're going to try and get several plays off in quick succession if they can.
To the end zone, but it's incomplete. There have been quite a few plays they might look back on and say, we really have hurt ourselves, and that was another example.
And this is late-game execution. Everything on the line, so it all has to come together properly. The throw's made. Where's the catch? Got to catch in that spot.
This is a big play in this wild card matchup, facing 3rd and goal. Back to throw. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. They took their shot for the end zone, almost cost them.
And he made the right play there, knocking it away. But, boy, it looked like he had a chance to come down with the football. And if he does that, this thing is over. Instead, he leaves them out there with another chance.
Here's a big one. It's 4th and goal. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And he's in. Touchdown, Patriots. Drake May taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Patriots have moved out in front here in the 4th quarter.
The defense was almost too good on that play. They took away all of his targets. The one thing they forgot, to account for him as a runner. And he was able to tuck it and go for the end zone and get it done.
Extra point splits the uprights. So it's now a 3-point game here in the closing stages, as a field goal now can only tie it. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. So now the Jags down by a field goal. 1:16 remaining. A 4th straight defeat looming on the horizon, barring a comeback here as they've got it with a first down. Here's Thompson Robinson. He's going to let it fly. It's caught at the 25. Now the Patriots going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages.
A gain of 50 yards.
Got ready.
First down, Jaguars.
Thompson Robinson. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout. He's back to throw. As they get it with under a minute to go now in the football game. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. Well, this crowd into it now. 3rd and 2. They'll look to throw. He had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete.
Partner, they've got one chance left to keep this one going, and I think for you and me, let's think along with their offensive coordinator now. Has to think back, cycle through every play of this contest, and remember what's worked and what hasn't. Because right here, he needs the best play of the game in order to keep this one alive.
So a big kick to get this back to even. Now the worry is, did you leave too much time on the clock? Because another field goal the other way, that does you in.
You're exactly right. You didn't get it to overtime yet. So now as a defense, you've got to think to yourself, you can't play prevent defense and just give up big chunks of yardage in front of you, but you also can't let anyone behind you. So you sit right on the line between the two, play the best defense you can, and not make it easy for them to move the ball downfield.
So the Patriots coming out now. Well, partner, here it is. They've got the chance to win the game. You'd have to think they need to get it near the opposite 40 to have a chance to kick a game-winning field goal. We'll see what they can do.
And you're right about that, because if we look at it in macro, that's what it looks like. But I think in micro, the head coach has already asked the special teams coach, what is he feeling? What does he think? Where does he want the football? What's the yard line we have to get? And he's already relayed that to his quarterback and his offense. They know what the goal is. Now the key, can they get there?
Now 2nd and 10 at the 25-yard line.
A little less than 40 seconds remaining. Here comes 2nd and 10. Throwing here is May. Going deep for Diggs. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. These are the spots, this stage of the game, where it pays to have speed on the perimeter, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and in the second quarter, he may very well have run by him, but in this situation, I know as a defender, I'm loosening up a couple of extra steps that allowed him to run with him stride for stride.
And now a tough spot here. This is 3rd and 10. To throw, it's May. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down. The Patriots send out their punter as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. A little juke. That's a 49-yard punt, 8 though on the return. And control of the football switching hands here with very little time remaining in this contest. Here's 1st down. Now ETN to start the drive. Oh, a nice tackle, a 6-yard pickup, but they need more than that. Now the Jags will use the 2nd of their timeouts, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the ball game. Thompson Robinson now. Pass complete, Thomas. And a timeout coming in. This will be their final one with 10 seconds remaining. Here's 1st and 10.
Come on. Hey.
Thompson Robinson off of play action. Here we go. This to avoid overtime. And this is incomplete. Oh, it looked like he had a pretty good line on that one. That would have been a big play, but he could not pull it in. 3 ticks remain. This is it here. Thompson Robinson throwing here. Here we go. This to avoid overtime. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
And we have free football overtime. Here we go, my friend.
And the way this game played out, this is exactly how it should end, going to overtime, because neither one got an advantage today.
Plenty of chills and thrills in this one, and more to come here as overtime will decide who moves on to the divisional round. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. New England's offense set to go. Well, CD, certainly doesn't get any more exciting than this. Overtime in the postseason. Of course, keep in mind things are different than the old way it was. In the playoffs now, both teams guaranteed a possession, so a touchdown here, if they get one, the ball game will not be over.
And partners, we both know many people have called for this change before, and they finally got it after the Buffalo-Kansas City Classic in the 2022 playoffs. Patrick Mahomes and KC, they score first. Game over. Josh Allen and Bills never touched the football. People hated that. Now the game reaches OT. Every playoff team has a chance to fight to extend their season. So the plan has got to be, you win the toss and you take the ball, reach the end zone and score, and put as much pressure on your opponent as possible to try and win a game in OT in the playoffs.
And they go play action with May. He'll try and do this himself. And that'll be incomplete with the penalty marker down as well. And I think he was beyond the line of scrimmage when that ball left his hand. So since that last play got nothing, they'll go ahead and decline the penalty, and that forces a fourth down situation.
A big call here in overtime. They're going for it on fourth down.
They'll try and throw for it with May. That is caught.
And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down.
A touchdown would obviously be ideal to start this overtime. They'd still need to play defense, but it's 1st and 10. Off the play fake. Here's May. Man open downfield is Diggs. He's got it.
And he is brought down, but not before reaching the 30. Call that a very strong gain of 24.
Not lacking aggressiveness here to begin overtime, Charles. A pretty big play right there. And looked like it might have caught the defense off guard. They may have been expecting something a little more conservative.
Yeah, they've got to shore things up in a big way, because they make any more mistakes like that and really let them drive it on them, they'll be putting their offense in a tough spot to answer if they want to extend their season.
And that is nearly intercepted. Oh, that would have changed things here in overtime, but instead, it's just 2nd down. They go play action now. May. That is caught. Touchdown. They strike first here in overtime. And Charles, that touchdown alone doesn't win them the game anymore with the rule changes in overtime of the postseason, but they still went down, scored, got the job done, and now they put it in the hands of their defense.
And with the other side now guaranteed an overtime possession, getting that score was vital. The pressure is now on their opponent, and their defense, they have to play off the momentum the offense generated. One stop, and they end this game.
Dallas now for the extra point.
It's up and good, and they jump back ahead, 35-28. So the drive winds up going 75 yards in 7 plays.
And it's finished off by the touchdown by Stephon Diggs.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. out comes the Jacksonville offense as they get set to take over here.
Well, CD, in the regular season, they would already be celebrating. Not so simple here in the playoffs. Now they also need to make a defensive stand if they want to pick up the victory.
Yeah, and I'm sure the team would be in favor of just taking the win right now, but in a small way, those defenders are also kind of happy for the world challenge because now, on the big stage of postseason, they're the ones who can come out here and lock down the victory.
23 yards. And the Jaguars first down.
So, CD, in the postseason, they obviously get the chance to answer that touchdown from a bit ago, but how do they set aside that pressure knowing that their entire season is coming down to this series?
What a great question, and I don't think that they set it aside. I think that they confront it, and they've done it throughout practice time in preparation for opportunities like this.
This is where the new rule comes into effect. In past years, this game's over. They've got a chance, though, to match touchdowns now. It's first down.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And the Patriots have it. And a costly mistake. Coaches talk so much about ball security, and in overtime, so paramount.
Pardon, do you ever wonder, maybe they talk about it too much?
Too much, yeah.
Doesn't seem like you can, but maybe by discussing it time and time again, and you know they overemphasized it here, it almost became self-fulfilling.
And any points beat them here. Field goal or a touchdown now.
The Patriots, as they so often do, moving on to the playoffs. As we say so long, everybody.
So that'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Patriots winners here at home as we say so long from Foxborough.
Hi, everyone. Scott Hansen with you, and this is the EA Sports Weekly Recap. Lots to get you caught up on. Why don't we start out in Foxborough? The Patriots at home to take on the Jacksonville Jaguars. And it's Stephon Diggs. He was a tough man to pin down all game long. This, one of his 2 touchdown catches. The Pats find a way to get it done. The number 4 seed knocks out the number 5. From there, Kansas City, here we come. Let's check in on the Chiefs as they host the Houston Texans. And it's Patrick Mahomes. He connects. It's a 16-yard touchdown. The Chiefs will live to fight another week. They're moving on to the divisional round. Lastly, we go up to Lambeau Field. It's the Packers taking on the Detroit Lions. And this is Jordan Love, one of his 3 touchdown passes on the night. The Packers will live to fight another week. They're moving on to the divisional round. One round is complete. We're down to 8 teams remaining with a chance to lift the Vince Lombardi Trophy. I'm Scott Hansen. We'll see you next week in the divisional round.